your hands in the air. It's
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
Mixing sodas with the beer. It's
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
So why don't everybody cheer it?
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
This is the one right here.
Throw your hands in the air. It's
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
Mixing sodas with the beer. It's
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
So why don't everybody cheer it?
Dr. Do, Dr. Do.
This is the one right here.
You got
What is y'all, your social media platform artist and the host of the great YouTube channel. I'm your host and your one and the only Dr. Do here, everyone. How are we on this wonderful Friday evening right here, y'all? Today's video right here on this Friday right here, I'm going to give you guys another dark truth story right here. The dark truth that you guys wanted to hear. Another another story that nobody had known about it yet. There are a lot of stories like show and movie had secret that nobody figured out yet, and also what they're trying to tell us, all of that. Today one video right here is I want to cover a dark truth right here. What if I tell you know that show you guys grew up watching, we all grew up watching when we were children around the 2000s until the mid 2010s? If you grew up watching, you guess it, Fairy Oddparents, then you guys might need to know the real truth about Cosmo, Wanda, and the whole entire fairies, and also pixies, and also anti-fairies right here. Alright, because this one I want to tell you guys something that would make more sense about them and their reason and their purpose, alright? Before we get started, if you guys new to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel, hit notification down below, comment down below, we see what you guys think about my theory and my thoughts about this lore right here about the Fairy Oddparents. Alright, y'all? And also, you guys want Dr. Do merch? Go to Content Bureau to get you guys Dr. Do hat, drinkware, shirt wears, alright? Like this one right here, Dr. Do glass right here to represent the channel, and that Dr. Do hat right here, everyone. And also, you guys want something to drink to get you guys enough energy, focus, protein, and hydration? Well, go to Beat Charge to give you guys Dr. Do Beat Charge right here, y'all. There are different types like lemonade, hydration, cotton candy, sour gummy, focus powder, all types of flavors right here, y'all, to give you enough till the end of the year right here, everyone. So without further ado, let's get the party started. So throughout the whole entire my whole entire life, I've been growing up watching Fairy Oddparents when I was a little kid. I've been asking myself, what are they really? What their real purpose, all that? What their reason for helping children in the show itself, and what their reason? Until I've been asking myself for a long time, for like years, until that new sequel to the Fairy Oddparents, where there's a little girl who takes us to Philadelphia, which is basically Philadelphia right here, y'all. And once we met her and we encountered our favorite character, Cosmo and Wanda, who became Fairy Oddparents to that child right there. But in one of the episodes in Fairy Oddparents, they went to the scanning machine where they scan you, see if you got knives or weapons and stuff. When they went into the machine in that new Fairy Oddparents, they showed their real forms. I'm like, what the heck? So that's what they look like? I'm like, so what are they really? So right after that, I've been trying to figure out what they are and stuff, but on TikTok, they showed me what they really were. People have found out what kind of being they were. They were in fact angels. Yeah, Cosmo, Wanda, every fairy are not fairies at all. They're in fact angels, like angel of the Lord himself, God servants, whose job is to protect, help, or serve humanity from the force of evil, like Lucifer, for example. Yeah, it's crazy. I just found out a year ago when this show came out that they were fat angels. It was shocked to me, and they show us what their purpose is. That makes a lot of sense, because when you think about it, angels are God trusted warriors, trusted beings whose job to help men and women and children to be on a good right choice right there. Which makes sense about the fairies. Everything about the fairy and what they trying to do for the children, it all because of their purpose. Alright? They want to help children in any way. Alright? By being fairies, it make more sense to them to help them out. Because when you think about it, if the angels showed their true form, if Cosmo, Wanda, or any other fairy showed their true angel form, then your eye will burn out your sockets right here, y'all. That would suck butt if you lose your eyesight if you see the true form of the angel himself. Alright? Even Jorgen von Strangle is an angel as well. And you guys the other thing you guys want to know, that for certainly, it all makes sense that the creator of Fairy Oddparents wants to give us an Easter egg, a hidden lore about Cosmo and Wanda, which many people have been asking for years, and we finally got a mystery that finally been solved for the whole entire decades of lores and theories. And you guys want to know something about Cosmo and Wanda and the others? You guys want to know what type of angel they are, Dr. Do? Tell me something about what kind of angel and what their purpose, alright? So, I found out what kind of angel is Cosmo, Wanda, and Jorgen von Strangle. It turned out that these three fairies, which are angels, are three types of angels from three types of angels class, alright? Alright, first off, Cosmo. Cosmo is actually the thorn, with one of the highest three angels out of all 9 angels. Remember, there are 9 angels in 3 classes, 3 types of angel classes, alright? Okay, so what you guys want to know about thorns? Thorn is the angel that represents the steadfastness of the love of God, to contemplate God powers and judgment. They appear as the most unlike the others when we feel, right? Unlike they're like a wheel. They're a different type of angel that don't have wings. They are like guardians right here. I mean, they are like one of the biggest angels that with me people always been want to know about. Alright, Cosmo is a thorn angel, like one of the powerful angels in heaven. Alright, y'all. When you think about that, their job is to spread love and compassion all over heaven and also on earth. And also make sense about them. They're still fascinated of love. They want to spread love and represent God himself. We always see Cosmo always loves something that make him happy and stuff. Which make him why he is the thorn angel class right here. That is one of the 3 highest angel ever, which make him very powerful right there. We always see him be more stronger than any other fairy. We see him fought other beings that are look stronger than him. Even Jorgen look stronger than him, but we see him help Jorgen lift up a big huge material that will help save fairyland, alright? I mean, or fairy kingdom, what you call it, but it actually heaven itself right there. And you guys want to know about Wanda. What kind of angel Wanda is? Well, Wanda is the power angel. They are actually angels they are angel warriors of God. Their goal is to protect and fight those who want to hurt innocent lives. They also fight against demonic beings. They are a second class angels right here. They are considered to be the third lowest of the 3 second class angels. Alright, their job is to make sure that no being is going to be harmed by anything, including those who are demonic. Which makes sense about Wanda. She always been like a big bossy fairy, and also a very strong warrior like fairy right there. What makes sense about her is that she always been like this warrior like fairy all the time in episodes. Like when she get angry, she fights, which makes sense about what angel she is. Because power angels tasked is to make sure people are safe and protected in the name of God himself right there, y'all. And also, they are good. They will make sure that any child will not be harmed by those who want spread demonic possession onto the child, and also make sure that this demonic being will not hurt any other children that we see in the series itself. And Jorgen is not as strong as he claimed to be. You may think about, what is he? Is he like one of the higher angels? No. He actually he belonged to the third class angels, known as the Prince of Philadelphia. Sorry, I had to butcher this name. A little harder than it looks. All right. They call it Principalities or Principality. They are princes of the lowest child assigned to care and guard community, kingdom, and state. Which makes sense about Jordan, because his job is to protect the fairy kingdom with his life, in order to make sure they're balanced as well. We always see him in fairy kingdom and protecting the fairy with all his might. All right, to ensure that nobody will mess with this place or that place where they are assigned to protect. But also, they're considered the third class angels, the lower type class angels out to them. But also, they are the highest. They are the first highest of the third class angel. Below is archangel and angel, right there, y'all. Which it make more sense about Jorgen. A lot about his duty is to protect the fairy kingdom, aka the heaven itself. And also, you guys want to know what are the other fairies? Are the fairies like Cosmo? No, I see most of the fairies that we see on TV and stuff are either regular angels or archangels. All right, those like Jorgen, those other angels or other beings are like Tooth Fairy. She basically isn't like Jorgen. The Tooth Fairy is basically an angel class, the lowest class. She always goes places to place and makes sense about her. She is basically the angel herself as well. And also, in the other movies, when we saw other movies like Fairy Odd Parents movie, Fight the Darkness, the bigger fairies are actually seraphims, which they are the highest angels of all, right there, y'all. Out of the 9 seraphims, which are actually the bigger fairies that we see in the movie, where the bigger fairies are at war with this darkness being. Which makes sense, because their job is to make sure that heaven itself and the planet is safe and sound. Get what I mean, everyone? And so what about the other creatures that like the anti-fairies, the pixies? Well, tell you the truth, the anti-fairies are actually demons, devils. After all, when you think about it, Anti-Cosmo is basically Lucifer in the anti-fairy kingdom. Actually, makes sense about him because he always wanted his prideness and also his proud of his whole entire army and stuff. He don't want his pride to be taunted or tarnished, which we saw him every time. He always talk about why he wants the fairy king, anti-fairy world be powerful than fairy world. And the pixies actually are the Reaper, the Grim Reaper, whose job is to make sure that the souls of the dead will be taken to heaven or hell. Right there. Which makes sense why the pixies are so boring and meh, because they're also very busy, because they're too busy on other things, because they had to make sure that the souls of those who died need to be taken to heaven or hell, which make more sense about what the pixie job is so busy all the time. Get what I mean, y'all? And also, the way these fairies' job, after all, is to make sure that these children, the next generation children, will have to follow a good path, which the angel want them to put them to. All right, get what I mean? Make more sense and stuff. And the anti-fairy's purpose is to cause havoc and cause the child to see something that is bad or see something that look bad but pretty good to do something that is bad. Which is why we see fairies or Jorgen had to make sure these anti-fairy, aka demons, be put down or be taken back to prison to make sure they do not want to mess with the balance of good and evil. And also, we also see another evidence about that is because the anti-fairy and the fairies went to war with each other, with basically representing the conflict between angels and demons. See where I'm going here? Remember the bake-off cake episode where anti-fairies and fairies always had to compete with each other for the sake of mankind, which actually they're basically still fighting between each other to this day, between demons and angels, by making things that make it less evil and chaotic and less violent, because they want to make sure that this is child safety to watch. Alright, do you see where I'm going here, y'all? Everything about the fairy odd parent all is actually an illusion to make sure that people know what they are really seeing. Alright, the fairy want to make sure, the angel want to make sure that the children will have something good and happiness in their future. So taking forms of the fairies and let them pretend to be what they want to be. The wishes they make are actually all inside of a child's mind. Alright, makes sense because we always see children always imagining something funny and enjoyable, but as they get older, the angel purpose is done, or even course need to continue helping this person to have a better purpose in life as well. Which by the time most children get older and stuff, angel purpose are either done or not done, which is why we see them always leave and trying to help another children that need their future to be better in a few years. See where I'm going here? And I like how the angels, like Cosmo and Wanda, purpose of helping Timmy Turner to make sure he does not make bad mistakes and stuff. And also, they kind of see him as a chosen one thing, like purpose to help people and stuff when future danger comes. Right here, y'all. And basically, he's basically the only one that knows that fairies and anti-fairies are real, but doesn't know that they're actually demons and angels. Right there, y'all. Do you see where I'm going here, y'all? The angel want to make sure that their real form will not be exposing to child eye, because the children's eye will hurt and will cause them to be blind for good. Right there, y'all. Why do you think taking form of fairy will be safe? It will be lost savior. All right, y'all. It's best for them to be fairies instead of showing their real form. All right, I don't want my eye to be burnt here. All right, y'all. And there you have it. This is the dark truth about fairy odd parents and the real reason behind all of the story about of Cosmo, Wanda, and Timmy Turner and others. Right there, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope y'all have a great day. Please subscribe to this channel. Hit notifications down below. Comment down below. See what you guys think. And I'll see you guys next time right here, y'all. Peace out, y'all.